Hey guys, so welcome back to 100 Line Last Defense Academy. Let's carry on where we left off. We're under new management, namely Hiroko, who's taken it upon herself to draw a hard line between those willing to fight and those who are kind of just coasting on the back of our toil and hard work. So, time will tell if this is an effective strategy, but something tells me it's going to take a carrot rather than a stick to get them into gear. For now, though, it's free time and upgrades, so I suppose we should make the most of it. I'm sure story developments are just over the horizon. Let's find someone suitable to hang out with. We've got Darumi, we've got Eito. Everyone else is confined to their rooms. Let's maybe hang out with Takahara here. We can get our physical grades up. And that'll contribute to upgrading our class weaponry. Just need to find him. Wait. Yeah, he's in the hallway. Perhaps we should do some exploration at some point as well. We will need mats to upgrade our stuff. Where is this guy? There you are. Jeez. I took the scenic route. This ain't too bad. We'll talk. Maybe we'll go for an exploration tomorrow. Hey, Takumi. Doesn't the design of this hallway kick ass? I mean, it does look cool, but good God, man. I had to go all the way around just to find you. Kick ass? Does it? Well, I didn't have a closer look at this, but now that I am... yeah. No, I don't think it does. Really? This design? It's shiny and blinged out, and the art is sick as hell. It's right up my alley, man. Whoever came up with this shit was a real man of taste, that's for sure. I hope my house is full of gold and totally badass like this hallway. You want your house to just be a hallway? Looks like a bad joke to me, but, well, to each his own. Your experience unlocked the keyword #cool. What? When am I supposed to use this? Am I going to be posting out a tweet asking for recruits since we've got half of our classmates not willing to fight? Endurance went up by 3, mobility went up by 3. Keywords can be used to create new GIFs. Try out different keywords and see what you can come up with. Of course, the Giftomatic. I probably should try to make use of it at some point. Well, we got a hashtag. Maybe now's a good time to check it out. Let's find it. Presento. We've got Splatter Movies, a movie where a monster attacks people when a certain date and day of the week align. Became a series after blowing up. Book cover. Cover to protect books or notebooks. Also helpful when you don't want anyone to see what you're reading. Glasses stand. Stand to put your glasses on before you sleep. Comes with glasses cleaner. Keep the lenses clean at all times. That's handy. Folk song compilation. Compilation of world folk songs from all eras. Truly the cream of the crop. So, we even have, like, previews of what other gifts we can actually get in the future. We just haven't unlocked them yet. Get sunflower seed to unlock, empty bread bag, so on and so forth. Okay. So where do the hashtags come in? Right at the top there? With our filters? #cool. Items, tools, clothes, ornaments. I mean, these are all gifts, right? Alright. Show me the cool stuff. Reverse blade sword. I imagine we're going to unlock keywords that relates to gifts that would be suitable for them. So for Takamaru, we could give him a sword. He'll probably be happy about it. Replica infuser. Replica of an SDU infuser. It lights up, makes noises at the push of a button, making it suitable for make-believe and roleplay. Okay, well, we've got enough mats for it. Let's craft it. Done. In my pocket. Oh, do I just give it straight away? Alright. We don't know what his tastes are yet, but I'm sure we'll find out. Here, have this. I will come find you.
Whoa! This is seriously funky! You know just what I like, Takumi!
Well, you did give me the suitable hashtag, Takamaru. Endurance went up by 4, mobility went up by 4. Each character has their own preferred items. Gifting these will maximize the increase to your grades. You can check each character's preferred items in their report cards, and you'll be given hints as you do student activities. There's a first-time bonus for any gifts you make for the first time, so gather up those hints and make all the gifts you can. I see. Okay. So, we're better off going to the Giftomatic rather than finding them out and about around the academy.
It's time to hit the hay.
I will remember that.
You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can.
Or when you'll just suddenly die. It's just no longer plot relevant. What the hell?
Man. Yeah, good night.
Should have expected this. Okay. Today went by in a flash. One thing concerns me, though. I haven't seen anyone from the non-fighting group all day. I hope they're okay. I doubt Hiroko would stop at the cafeteria. She could have forbidden them from using other facilities as well. Soon she'll take away their beds. You can't use your dormitory. Sleep outside on the roof. What's her next move going to be? Will all this really motivate them to get on the battlefield with the rest of us? There's not much I can do for now. I'll just have to see how it goes. With nothing else to do, I got into bed, and within a few minutes, I was fast asleep. And I mean, like, those of us who are fighting, we're not exactly, you know, protesting or blocking her from carrying this out. We're going along with it. I suppose deep down we kind of want them to fight with us. So we'll let Hiroko do her thing. Even though she's drunk on power.
Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 11th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy!
Did you forget where we were for a second there, Sirei? Or have you just been repeating this line so often that it's all starting to blend together?
Prepare to spend another day and be ready
Yes,
to
I
give
will.
your lot.
Okay. Time to get up. Just as I was hoisting myself out of bed and getting to my feet, something interrupted the quiet morning atmosphere. Huh? Sounds like somebody's here, but it's quiet. Too quiet. Something doesn't feel right. Really? They just rang the doorbell, dude. What do you want them to do? Start pounding on the door? Doing a whole song and dance? What was it? I took a few hesitant steps toward the door, then took a deep breath and opened it, only to find... Boo. Jump scare. Darumi, is something wrong? Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, Takumi, you sweet summer child, you. You really haven't noticed? I'm exhausted. I can't take it anymore. So hey, you want to come die with me?
Okay. I'm perfectly, I'm not so tired after all. I'm wide awake.
Once we're dead, the pain will be gone. We'll finally be at peace. Come on, it'll only hurt for a second.
I don't want to make my way to Abraham's bosom right now, okay? He can keep his pants on.
Let's just die. Die, 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 die.
She's glitching out. Oh, God, am I awake? What? Hold on a minute.
Just kidding. Man, you should have seen your face. You've been Darumi'd, brah.
What? Is this like being punked? Where's the candid camera?
How was it? I totally had you, didn't I? I thought a nice joke first thing would help cheer you up.
That was hardly what I'd call a nice joke.
Hey!
What are you doing here anyway?
I'm on a mission from our glorious leader. She told me to get all the non-fighters together in the cafeteria.
I'm a fighter, so why are you here? Really? Hiroko's letting them back in?
Yeah. To be honest, though, it's kind of a drag. Think you could help me out? Misery loves company, right? Didn't Confucius say that once?
Was misery even a word back then? I don't know. You've got a weird way of asking for help. But I guess I can give you a hand.
Gracias, muchacho. Now I won't have to go through with my contingency plan. Oh well, there's always next time. Tell Gaku and Tsubasa what's up, alright? Okay, thanks, bye!
Darumi waved goodbye with a cheery smile, completely at odds with the creepy stuff she'd been saying. Jesus Christ. Alright. Well, I am definitely wide awake now. I just have to tell Gaku and Tsubasa to come to the cafeteria, right? In a non-threatening manner. Well, that should be easy enough. I'd better get going. Alright. Gaku and Tsubasa. Well, I somehow doubt Gaku's changed his mind. Same with Tsubasa, I guess, as well. Where are their dormitories? Tsubasa's right here. Oh, they're right next to each other. This is Tsubasa's room. After checking the nameplate to make sure, I rang the bell by the side of the door, and I made sure to be loud so she doesn't get a feeling of uneasiness. After a little while, the door opened with a clatter.
Takumi, what is it?
Uh-oh. I think they're starting to get a little hostile towards us. I'm on messenger duty. Hiroko wants us all to meet up in the cafeteria.
All of us? Even the non-fighters? Yesterday she told us we weren't allowed to leave our rooms. Has she taken that back?
Hiroko said that? She really has been cracking the whip. None of you guys rebelled? You just went along with it? Well, who knows? Maybe she wants to apologize. She has been pretty harsh on you guys lately. I don't think she has the word sorry in her vocabulary, Takumi.
Come on, you don't believe that. This is Hiroko we're talking about.
Yeah, I know. But, I gotta hope, right? Not despair.
Just so you know, no matter what she does to us, I'm not joining the fight. I can't. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't. That kind of stuff just isn't possible for me.
Still looking like she might burst into tears at any moment. Tsubasa slunk off in the direction of the cafeteria. Well, message delivered. She's on her way. Gaku, you've been served. Notice to go to the cafeteria. This is Gaku's room. After checking the nameplate to make sure, I rang the bell by the side of the door. Just be glad it's me and not Darumi. After a little while, the door slowly opened. Oh, it's just you. What do you want? Hiroko said she wants everyone to meet up in the cafeteria. For real? Us too? What's she want this time? I just know it's nothing good. That girl's got it in for me. I mean, not you just specifically, just all the non-fighters, really.
And it's not just her either. I bet all of you think us non-fighters are nothing but dead weight.
I mean, look, I'll be brutally honest. Yes. But, I'm not going to be a dick about it. I respect your choice to not fight. But, we kind of really need all hands on deck if things are going to get harder and harder out there. No, not really. I said this before, but you guys are the weird ones. You know that? Regular people don't just go from living normal lives to fighting monsters without a second thought. I get what you mean, but... Fine. Hiroko wants us in the cafeteria. I'll go. If I don't, it'll only get worse for me, right? Man, oh man. What rotten luck. Look, I mean, it's complicated. Obviously, this is scary. It's violent. We're fighting monsters. You can get killed out there. But, good news, we can be revived, right? So we can hang on to that fact. We've been whisked away from our normal lives, and we kind of don't have a choice right now. Like, it's fight or sit around and wait to die. Like, don't you want to have control of your destiny? We need to make this happen. After several dramatic groans, Gaku skulked off in the direction of the cafeteria. Like, obviously Hiroko's taking a very, very hard line with these guys. I don't think that's obviously going to work. I don't think that's going to change their mind whatsoever if they're just denied privileges, like if you just stay in their room. I think they're kind of just happy to, as long as they're not fighting, right? We need to give them a reason to fight. Obviously, the loved ones angle didn't work, but that's partially because they don't believe they're in true grave danger, right? We're the weird ones for fighting? I think I missed the entire thing. After several dramatic groans, Gaku skulked off. No, I did say it. Sorry. Just got lost in my own rambling there. Don't go thinking I don't know that. I'm not doing this because I enjoy it. Yeah, only one person kind of really is. Darumi, on the fence maybe. I guess Takemaru as well is enjoying the feeling of strength. But we got Eito to join, right? But that was just because power of friendship. Alright, I've done what Darumi asked me to. I should head to the cafeteria with the rest of them. Why is Hiroko getting us all together, though? Can't imagine I'm going to like what happens next. Was it going to be a field trip? Are we all going out to explore? Everyone here? We got some people in the third floor hallway. Have you been, served by Darumi? I'm going to go left this time. Please. I didn't choose right again! A whole lap! God. Here we are. Hello, you two. Miss Shizuhara wants to see us in the cafeteria, yes? Miss Amamiya told us already. Whatever she might have to say, it won't change our position. My dear sister and I don't mind starving if we have to. Didn't she segregate you two, though, if you had to stay in your rooms?
But don't worry, sister dearest. We won't have to go hungry for long. I've got it all planned out. Just let me handle everything.
Uh-oh. Are you guys gonna be the next cab off the ranks to join our squad? I feel like you're planning some sort of prison break here.
Right, okay. Good girl. Now, let's go to the cafeteria and see what happens.
Ima's got it all planned out, huh? I don't like the sound of that. Well, lucky I checked if there were people just hanging around. Now everyone's here. Let's go. Alright, everyone's here. I guess now we'll find out what this emergency meeting is all about. What is Hiroko up to this time? Who's the imposter? Who are we airlocking here? Hey, can we get something to eat before we start? I'm so hungry, I'm getting stomach cramps.
Of course. I wouldn't want you to think I'm totally heartless.
I mean, it's a bit late to reverse course on that.
Here's some disposable chopsticks I found in the trash. Feel free to grill them, or have them raw if you prefer.
Oh my god. Jesus. Well, that's just charming. You are totally heartless!
Hiroko, please, give them some real food. I can't bear to see them like this. Very well. Help yourself to dry bread. 1 per person. Just 1 slice each? We may have surplus food supplies in the refrigerator, but that doesn't mean they're unlimited. We need to use our resources wisely. Wasting them on freeloaders would be the same as throwing them away.
Freeloaders? Come on.
That's fair. I've always been a useless freeloader. Even the air I breathe could probably be used more productively somewhere else. Let's move on. You're probably wondering why I summoned you here today.
Yes, we all are.
Let's hear what Hiroko has to say.
Come on, Azo, you need to advocate for your people. I mean, you were on their side just a couple of days ago. Dorumi?
Our cast of characters is a little too big, don't you think? Maybe we should make some cuts.
No, we're fine, we're fine. She's really acting like she owns the place now. Guess it can't hurt to hear her out, though. Yeah, I feel like, you know, we need someone by her side to, like, co-lead. Tsubasa's not doing well. Neither is Kako.
What is this all about? Not that I really care. Either way, it won't affect me or my dear sister.
Okay, just a big gasp from Shoma. And a grumble from Gaku. Alright. Hit us. So, why did you ask us to come here?
Gaku, Tsubasa, Ima, Kako, and Shoma. The non-fighters, as we've been calling you. I have decided your name is now Trash. You are going to leave this school.
Oh god. Okay, she's kicking them out now. Okay, that's a bit far. What do you mean, leave? Unless this is like, you know, with Ato. He went out exploring, realized he had no chance, and that's why he joined us. Is this her idea of just throwing them in the deep end and let them see for themselves how badly they need to come to terms with it and that they need to fight to survive?
You're kicking us out? Kicking you out. Oh, what a delightful turn of phrase. Yes, I'm kicking you out. And if you won't leave of your own accord, I will make you. That's all I have to say. Why don't you get going and save us all a lot of trouble? What? Right now?
Oh, Ima. It looks like you weren't prepared for that.
Hiroko, have you lost your mind? Why would you do that to our friends?
Yeah, again, just right underneath sorry in her taboo list of words, friends is right there too.
Why do you think? We've been brought here for one purpose, and one purpose only. To fight. Anyone who can't, or won't, do that has no place here. So why not get rid of them? If the invaders get distracted by hunting them down in the ruins outside, at least they'll be serving a purpose.
What, as decoys?
Try to stay alive as long as you can. The less time the invaders spend on the school, the better.
You can't just use us like that!
You should be grateful. I'm giving you a chance to make yourselves useful. Even then, I doubt it'd make much difference. I'll just get stepped on like the cockroach I am, and that'll be the end of it.
Hiroko, are you for real right now? You can't go through with this. It's going too far. Don't waste my time with meaningless objections. I'm leading this school now, and what I say goes. Don't think. Don't argue. Just obey my orders. Well, is this a step too far?
But it's so extreme. Can't you go a little easier on us?
You really don't understand the position you're in, do you?
Let me ask you a question.
Why should we be expected to fight to protect you when you do nothing in return?
Huh? Well,
You see? Now, no excuses. Pack up whatever personal belongings you have and leave.
seriously? Right now?
If such a simple task is beyond you, I don't mind helping you along. I'll make you leave by force if necessary. Wait, Hiroko, please. This is all too sudden. Can't you give them some more time? Time for what? Well, if you spring this on them out of the blue, the lesson won't really sink in, you know? Alright. You've got 5 days. 5 days. You've got until day 16 to make your choice. Fight alongside us, or leave forever.
Just 5 days?
If you do decide to fight, I'll give you a little test on that day instead. I wouldn't want you telling me what I want to hear and going back on it later.
What kind of test?
You'll find out when the time comes. What if they just fight once and then call it, retire straight after? I think that covers everything. As for the rest of you, remember to stay on guard in case there's an attack today. With her customary brusque attitude, Hiroko said all she had to say and left without another word. Okay, guys, it's getting serious now.
This is just too cruel. We're supposed to be comrades, friends.
Friends? Yeah, right. I bet you can't wait to get rid of us.
That's not true. If we all work together, I'm sure we can get Hiroko to change her mind.
Come on, man. You really think she's gonna back down now?
We still have to try.
Just let it go, okay? If we're getting kicked out, we're getting kicked out. Nothing we can do about it. Makes no difference if it's now or in 5 days. It's still better than being forced to fight. I mean, if you're being kicked out, you're kind of being forced to fight, aren't you, in a way? You're gonna have to survive out there on your own. Are you sure about that?
I mean, once you get outside school grounds.
I know! Sheesh, it's bad enough that we're gonna die out there. I don't need you reminding me. Yeah, well, whatever. I'm done. This school, this war, this whole saving humanity thing, it can go to hell for all I care. My whole life's just been one long string of rotten fucking luck. Why does bad stuff always happen to me? I'd better end up as a billionaire or something in my next life. After everything I've been through, I deserve to catch a break. Still raving to himself, Gaku stomped away, just as unwilling to hear us out as Hiroko had been. I mean, like, okay, so Shoma, he's obviously got the lowest self-esteem imaginable. He has no confidence in himself. That's obviously not going to help him fight, because he's just going to think, what's the point? I'm just going to die anyway. Gaku, he just completely refuses to accept responsibility for anything. He's just like, this is my lot in life. It was out of my control this entire time. Getting kicked out, still out of my control. You know, why does bad stuff happen to me? But it's not out of your control. If you're being kicked out, but you're given an option to stay if you choose to fight, technically, you know, you have control here. It's not out of your control. Sure, it's something you don't want to do, but what's your alternative? Dying outside? And then we got Tsubasa. She obviously doesn't want to fight, probably because it makes her sick. And she doesn't have the stomach for it. Okay, unfortunate, but, you know, again, it's gonna be worse out there, right? Like, I guess I'm just glad that Hiroko is being the one, you know, giving this ultimatum to the other students. Because, like, think about it in a zombie apocalypse, right? I mean, obviously here we've got a lot more resources than we would in a zombie apocalypse, but these people who won't, like, contribute to the society if you're in one, and then they're just another mouth to feed. You're gonna have to gather more resources, and they're not contributing anything? Like...
He sure is freaking out, huh? I think I know how he feels.
Not that I'm putting Gaku in the same category as a sniveling worm like me, but I get what it's like to be so totally unsuited for combat that you can't even imagine having to fight for your own survival. Yeah, see, Shoma just hasn't got the confidence. Even our peaceful modern-day society was too competitive for me. How am I supposed to cope on the front lines of an actual war? There's only one way to find out, Shoma. Don't talk like that. You can't just give up. I wouldn't call it giving up. I'm just recognizing my limits. Too useless to live, too cowardly to die. It's a miracle I even made it this far in life. Well, not so much a miracle as an unfortunate oversight. This is simply nature's way of correcting it. I mean, but then at the end of the day, we were all chosen for a reason, right? Sirei picked us specifically. Like, why? Why are we here? Shoma gave a formal bow and left, making as little noise as possible. Shoma, I get where Hiriko's coming from, you know? It's not fair for us to hang back and let you do all the fighting. But doing anything else is really out of the question for me. Seriously, it's just not going to happen. And, like, to get here, we all had to fight, right? That's what Sirei said, that we all fought moments before we were transported here, however that happened. So they are capable of it. Even Shoma. Tsubasa, I think I must have been sent here by mistake or something. It was probably only a matter of time before I got kicked out anyway. Huh? That's the same as saying you don't care if you die out there, you know that? Yeah, but at least then it'll all be over. At least then I won't have to deal with these confusing feelings anymore. Well, I understand that too. Like, it's all too much to process, you know. Our way of life has been destroyed, our loved ones in danger, possibly already dead. You're here, you have to fight these mysterious aliens. Things look hopeless with our, you know, commanding officer chopped to pieces, and now we're under the control of a terrible boss. Like, well, not terrible in the sense that she just is not approachable at all. I could see tears welling up in Tsubasa's eyes. Before I could say anything to comfort her, she was gone too. We sure do have a lot of Debbie Downers here, don't we? Given the circumstances, I guess that's only natural. You used to be one of us, Mr. Aotsuki. Why'd you have to betray us and join the battle freaks? I don't think I betrayed you exactly. What shall we do, brother dearest? Don't worry about a thing, sister dearest. I have a foolproof plan. You do? Yes, but I'm afraid I can't say any more than that. The element of surprise is a big part of it. Well, now I'm on guard, so I won't be as surprised as I would have been. Fine, keep your secrets. But you know there's still time to change your mind, right? I don't think so. Even if we do get thrown out of here, that hellish wasteland will be a paradise, so long as I'm with my dear sister. As such, there's nothing more to discuss. We'll be going back to our rooms now. Be sure to fight with all your might to protect us from the invaders. Well, he's living it up large. The Tsukumo twins left the cafeteria arm in arm, each wearing a different expression, like a pair of Sokken Busken masks. Damn. Ain't a single one of them willing to fight, not even to save their own skins.
Hey!
Looks like we're gonna have to go around convincing them one by one, or two in the twins' case. I don't think Hiriko was bluffing either. If they don't come around, she really will force them to leave. We've got 5 days. Isn't there anything we can do?
She gave us that extension pretty easily, don't you think?
Oh, you mentioned. Oh, forget. Oh, God, now that you mention it, Takumi barely had anything to say to get her to go along with it. Maybe she was expecting us to plead on their behalf. This could be another part of her plan. I think Hiriko wants us to use these 5 days to convince the others to join the fight. Yeah, she's just gonna sit back and watch us do her bidding. So that's why she agreed to it right after I stepped in? She was planning to give us that time all along? We're all just dancing to her tune, huh? Man, that pisses me off. I feel like it was like she had 2 ways of going about it. If I didn't ask for the extension, then she's banking on the fact that they're out in the wasteland, they're gonna be forced to fight, they'll come back. I don't like it either, but if we want to save everyone, this is the only way. Okay, but how's that gonna work exactly? None of them seemed like they were gonna budge on this. Yeah, I wonder why they're so dead set against fighting. I can only imagine it must be for personal reasons. In that case, we'll need to get them to share what those are before we can even begin to convince them. But how? Don't seem like they're willing to spill the beans.
You're right. We need to get them to open up to us first. I have an idea. Why don't we sneak them some food? Food? Yeah, I'm sure they're all starving. If we can fill their bellies, there's a chance we can get them to open up to us a little. Tempt them with some bait, huh? Sounds like a plan. At least it's simple.
Oh well, God help whoever gets Darumi to be their Uber driver. So we gain their trust with food, and then try to convince them to fight. Sounds like a major hassle. Alright, who do we get to do this? In response, all eyes in the room turn toward me. Oh, I should have seen this coming. Alright, I'll do it.
Sorry, but you heard Ima. They're already considering me a traitor.
I probably wouldn't get anywhere with them. Oh, fucking God, all this subtly and planning crap ain't really my thing. And you just know Darumi will only make it worse. Yeah.
Yay, I didn't even have to come up with my own excuse. We'll still help you any way we can, of course.
Yeah, you can count on us. Not like we got anything better to do.
Heck, it'll only reverse your social links with us if you try to do it all yourself at this point.
Oh, we can't have that. We gotta max out our social links. I need those arcana. Thanks, guys. We've got 5 days. Let's make the most of it. So, well, it's up to me to convince the non-fighters to start fighting. I'll work something out. I have to keep believing that. One person a day. We got Tsubasa, we got Shoma, we got Gaku, Ima, and Kako, right? That's just the 5 we have. Because there's 5 of us already fighting, and there's 10 of us in total. So it's up to me to convince the non-fighters to start fighting. I'll work something out. I have to keep believing that. After taking a moment to outline our goals going forward, Eito, Takimaru, Darumi, and I went back to our rooms. 5 days. Just 5 days to turn everything around. Convincing the whole group right away is probably too much to ask for. I should pick 1 or 2 of them to focus on. Alright. Tsubasa, Shoma, Gaku, Kako, and Ima. Those are the 5 I'm trying to persuade. Of the list, Tsubasa seems the easiest to persuade. She doesn't seem as stubborn as the others. If I give her an impassioned plea, she might come around. Okay. The first one I'm going to try to convince is Tsubasa. Yeah, I thought she would probably be the easiest as well. I think the twins have to be left for last, if I'm being honest. Although, maybe we want to actually accelerate our plans with them because they're planning on something already. And we don't want that to interrupt or, ruin whatever we've got going on going forward. With that decided, I should head over to her room. I'm sure she's hungry. If I bring her some food, I bet she'll at least hear me out. As long as she doesn't barf right back out. Alright. Everyone's in their rooms. Truly, everyone's in their rooms. Hiriko? Of course, I'm her neighbor. I shouldn't go into someone else's room without permission. Okay. It's probably all the same dialogue. Here you are. I rang the doorbell to Tsubasa's room. After a short while, the door slowly opened.
What is it, Takumi? Is it Hiroko again? If you don't mind, I just want to be left alone.
Actually, I came here on my own. Here, I brought you something. I figured you'd be hungry.
Are those sandwiches for me?
Yeah, I thought we could sit and eat together. It's just that I don't want Hiroko to catch us, so would you mind letting me in?
Of course! Come on in!
Oh my god, she's just lit up like a Christmas tree.
Welcome to my room, you beautiful sandwiches. You too, Takumi.
What am I, a consolation prize? At this point, yes. Oh, okay. Wow, I love the look of your room. Why am I always the one with the plain room? The moment the door closed, Tsubasa pounced on the sandwiches.
This is what I've been missing. I've been craving moist bread since we got here. I never want to see dry bread ever again. It makes my mouth feel like sandpaper.
She must have been starving. She scarfed down the sandwiches in less than a minute.
I'm stuffed. Thanks, Takumi. You're a lifesaver.
Okay, so now spill the beans. Tell me what's up. I wonder, and what I think might be cool, is if you know, as we're trying to get to know what their reasons are for not fighting, we actually see what happened before they got transported here, and we do like a battle with just them. That could be a cool way to introduce the new characters. But maybe I'm getting ahead of myself here.
No, I don't have to eat dry bread today.
Well, is this the only thing you're going to eat today? That's unfortunate. Have you just been living on dry bread since Hiroko banned you from the cafeteria? Didn't you sneak anything once Sirei went missing?
Ooh.
Yeah, that bread is so dry. I had a nightmare last night where I was stranded in the desert. Hey, would it be too much to ask you to bring over some moist bread from time to time?
No problem. I can try to sneak you some bread or rice balls.
Really?
But in exchange, would you open up to me?
Huh? Open up to you? About what?
The reason you won't fight. If you have some reason, I'd love for you to tell me.
Oh, I should have expected this.
I mean, yeah.
Is this what you were after from the start? Those sandwiches were to bribe me for information?
You liked them, didn't you? Sorry, Tsubasa. I know I'm taking advantage of your desperation here, but desperate times call for desperate measures. I just want to understand where you're coming from.
Okay, fine. But in exchange for this exchange, I'm going to want some more moist bread later.
She let out a deep, resigned sigh and began to share her inner thoughts.
Look, I feel bad about it. I know it's unfair for me to stay where it's safe while you guys go out there and fight. But fighting is difficult for me. It's a physical thing.
What do you mean? Tsubasa?
I can't keep it down.
Keep it down? Your gag reflex?
When I get nervous, it comes out. And not just a little bit.
Hey!
When what comes out? I don't understand what you... Puke! I puke, okay? Alright, it's not even rainbows. I puke. Vomit. Food. Right. Okay. Thank you for letting me know that. Does the hemo anima, you know, quell that sensation?
That's just how I'm built. When I get nervous, I hurl.
Come to think of it, Tsubasa is always retching. I figured that's what it would be. Okay, so what if you fight without feeling nervous?
That's why if I ever fought the invaders, I'd turn the battlefield into a sea of vomit. You really want to get showered by my puke? Would you even be able to fight under those conditions? What if my puke got into your eyes?
I mean, why are my eyes in close proximity to your mouth? Could you take medicine or something?
It's a physical thing. And medicine doesn't help the issue. I've tried all sorts of things since I was little, but none of them worked. When I get worked up, it just comes out. Even now, just picturing myself fighting the invaders.
Okay, but when you fought the invaders, did you puke? Are you okay?
Oh God, no. No, I can't keep her.
Tsubasa vomited all over the floor. She immediately pushes me out of her room, tears welling in her eyes. Ugh. Well, poor sandwiches. They were welcomed in with such grace, only to be spilled all over the floor after being half digested. Not even half. Phew. That's a tough thing to live with. She vomits whenever she's nervous. She's right that she won't be able to fight if she's constantly puking. I can't blame her for refusing. But there's a chance she'll fight if she can overcome this issue. It didn't seem like she was unwilling to fight. If only I can find out a way to suppress her nausea. How, though? Puking is... Puking? Oh, God. Eito, how long have you been there?
I just came by to see if I could help with anything.
So what is this about puking? Are you the team doctor? I hate to air out someone's personal health struggles, but this doesn't seem like something I can solve on my own. Maybe I can ask him for advice. Alright, just keep this between us, but... I proceeded to tell Eito about Tsubasa's tendency to puke. I see, so that's what she's been dealing with. That sounds tough. Yeah, I want to help her, but I don't know how. She hasn't found a successful remedy on her own, right? In that case, maybe it's better we just assume she's going to vomit and plan around that instead. Yeah, what if we just use it to our advantage? What if she uses that to, you know, debuff the enemy? What do you mean? Like have her bring a high-quality sick bag or something? Sick bag? Like the bags they have on buses? I suppose if she used the bag when she had to, she wouldn't have to worry about getting puke everywhere. But do they even have sick bags here? High quality ones at that. What about using that gift-o-matic in the rec room? The gift-o-matic? Did I just say that to myself? No. Oh, it was my inner thought. Okay. So I was gonna say, like, did I just say that out loud and then answer my question? Yeah, if they don't have them here, we just need to make them. Seems like it's able to make most things. It's worth looking into. We headed over to the rec room together to check the gift-o-matic. Question is, do we have the materials for it? Fashionable sick pouch. Looks like a fashionable pouch at first glance, but it contains an odor and liquid-proof barf bag. It can be fully washed for max cleanliness. Oh, it's for free. A fashionable sick pouch. This looks perfect. Tsubasa is sure to open up if we give this to her as a present. She better open up that bag and vomit in it, though. The materials we'll need are string, a plastic bag, and a fashionable pouch. String and plastic bags seem easy enough to find, but a fashionable pouch may prove tricky. Does it have to be fashionable? If anyone's likely to have a pouch, it'd be a girl. Maybe I can negotiate a trade of some sort. I'll look for a fashionable pouch if you can handle the string and plastic bag. Alright, I'll take the hard job. And so Eito and I split up to gather the materials we needed to make this sick bag. A girl. Now, where to start? I guess I'll just ask everyone. Give Tsubasa a heartfelt gift to persuade her. Talk to the other characters to gather information about what you should get her. You might also need to go exploring to get the materials you need to make the gift. Give everything you have to persuade Tsubasa. Alright, well, let's have a look around and see, who we can speak with first off. Well, looks like we got quite a few people we can speak with. Eito, Ima, Kako, Takemaru, and Darumi. In this hallway. Oh, right there, even. Darumi, do you have a fashionable pouch? If you do, could I have it?
I don't use them. I just dump all my makeup in my bag. I even throw my mirror in there, raw dog, so I always end up cutting my finger on the cracked surface.
Oh, okay. Did you have to say it like that? Right, you should be careful going raw dog. I always imagined that old girls carried around pouches and accessory bags, but I guess that's not the case in the year of our Lord 2025, or wherever this, whenever this is set.
I mean, I might not have one, but I've got some ideas where you might find a pouch.
Really?
Back around where we found Eito, I found what looked like a dilapidated cosmetics shop. I memorized where it was so I could go maybe pick something up from there later.
Can you tell me where it is?
We were just there, genius. You're the one who went there twice.
I got the general coordinates of the cosmetics shop from Darumi. If I can't find a pouch somewhere inside the school, I'll go check this place out later. It's still morning. Does that mean I can actually embark on my quest outside? I don't know. Let's see if Takemaru knows. Maybe I'll embarrass him just by asking. Which room was he? He was here. Training room. Hey, buddy. Training, are we? Are you okay, man? This has been a rough morning for you, I feel. You come here to cool off? How's it going, Takumi? Are you getting anywhere with them? Still working on it. I talked to Tsubasa, but it's a little complicated. I have a feeling that she'll choose to fight with us. Yeah, bike lovers ain't no cowards. Bike lovers? Does Tsubasa like bikes? I mean, all vehicles, really. She's such a huge mech geek. Why weren't you the one to approach her then? You seem like you could get along just fine. She really knows her shit. Never met a girl who knew more about bikes than me. That much, huh? Apparently, her grandpa runs a workshop. Gosh, got my words all mixed up today. She hung out there every day when she learned how to be a mechanic. You know, I vaguely recall her saying something like that before.
I wonder if the workshop's still standing after all that.
Hopefully it is.
Workshop.
Oh, it's just a little garage I run with my grandpa. We mostly just tune up cars, but we do other stuff too.
Like bikes?
I've always liked tinkering with machines, so I've been watching my grandpa work ever since I was little.
Her grandpa's workshop, huh? I should file this information away. It might help me convince her. By the way, Takemaru, you know where I could find a fashionable pouch? What now? Yeah, I knew it was a long shot. Alright, so, I mean, we've tucked away information about her grandfather's workshop. Maybe that'll come up in conversation at some point. Okay, downstairs. to the hallway. The entrance hall. What are you guys up to? Scouting for your exit?
A fashionable pouch? I don't have anything like that. I've never even used one before.
Not even once? We don't even carry around bags or wallets.
We would only be targeted by robbers if we did.
Do you guys live in some, like, poverty version of the TRC? We tie all our valuables to our bodies so they're secure. That's just being street smart. And I guess they can take them over your dead body.
Yes, we literally keep things on our person.
Reminds me of the nights we spent sleeping on the streets. Me snuggling up against my sister dearest.
We were pressed up very close.
Okay, yep, thank you. What kind of horrible struggles did these go through? These things! I think I mean to say these two.
You can have a piece of string. I recommend you tie your valuables to your thigh.
Okay, Eito, swapping! I've got the string. Thanks, I'll do that. Well, I didn't find a pouch. I managed to get some string. It's progress, at least. I guess so. Alright, Eito, let me hand over. God, I'm doing half your job! Look, Takumi. I found a plastic bag. Nice one, Eito. One item down. Let's keep this up. Where should I look next? Any ideas? You seem pretty upbeat. How about you look at my thigh? Look, there's a piece of string around it. I don't know. I'm just having fun. It feels like a treasure hunt. I spent a lot of time in the hospitals, so I never got to hang out with friends like this. Well, you're competing with the ultimate finder, okay? So, good luck. I mean, we're not exactly playing around here, but whatever. He did find one of the items after all, and I found one of his, because, again, I reiterate, I am the ultimate finder. Well, we got a string in a plastic bag, but we came up short on the fashionable pouch.
Huh?
Yeah, but I got a lead on where we might be able to find one. According to what Darumi told me, there's a cosmetics shop where we found Eito outside the school. We'll go check it out tomorrow. Uh-oh. Well, we're running out of time to recruit these guys. Straight on to day 12, huh? Ready to go hunt for that fashionable pouch, Takumi? Well, the others better be working on convincing, the non-fighters. Let's go. Just the two of us, is it? That's fine. Get this image every time. I'm sorry. Treasure chest. Treasure chest spaces will now appear during explorations. Landing on one will grant you a key item needed to unlock a gift. By obtaining key items from treasure chests, you'll be able to make new gifts with the Gift-O-Matic. Many characters' preferred items can be made from key items, so try to land on treasure chest spaces whenever you can. Okay, let's head for the cosmetics shop. It's somewhere around the spot where we found you. And that should be in that direction. There it is. I see some treasure chests along the way. Let's make the most of it. Search start. Let's go grab some textiles. You see a sign in the middle of your path that has an arrow drawn on it. Ignore it and move on. Oh god. You mindlessly made your way forward until path became desolate. You were able to pick up crafting materials along the way, but it was a tough journey. Eito took damage. Over this tough journey of 3 steps. Tattered cloth scrap. 2 spaces or just the one? Let's do just the one. And engage in battle, shall we? It shouldn't be too bad. Cool. It is looking pretty relaxed. Just 2 decent-sized enemies. Nothing we can't handle.
Ready when you are.
/ level 2. So we'll generate extra voltage.
I guess it's my turn.
Judge. Go this way.
You're in the way! Got it! Nice!
We are fatigued, but
Here we
we've
go!
got some AP, so I will be taking a defensive stance here to heal
Keep
fatigue.
your guard up!
And get some armor.
Say when!
Which way are we going? This way?
Here we go!
Get rid of him. We'll get an AP back.
Alright, let's go!
Maybe. We go this way. Alright. Just one enemy remains. And it goes up to poor Eito, who's already wounded from that arduous journey we went on. Alright.
I'm ready whenever.
Get your revenge. Wonderful! We win.
I'll take this with me.
Small flower. Okay. Big strides, please. You see several mannequins in the display window. Their outfits look pretty stylish. Maybe you should take one. Lacy outfit. You tried to forcefully remove the clothes from the mannequin. Instead, you caused it to topple over and crush you. Of course Eito would do that so awkwardly. He got Saturn, at the very least.
We did it.
He is heavily injured. Torn dress. Jeez, there was one right up the road. You find a lab with lots of books on the shelves. Which will you take? Let's go for the one with the white cover, since we're lacking calculation. Finally, something that doesn't hurt us. Especially on a purple square, too. When you pulled the white book from the shelf, thump, a large screw fell from above. At least it didn't land on my head.
I'll take this with me.
I find it interesting that our sprite here in the exploration is our casual clothes rather than our Hemo Anima uniform. Find a platform with strange symbols drawn on it. Maybe it's an altar. Destroy it. When you destroy the altar, a beautiful gem appeared from inside. Perhaps it was being used for decoration. At least we didn't unleash a demon.
Yes.
And 2. Fashionable pouch. We got it. Look, Takumi. We got a fashionable pouch. Now we have all the materials we need. Let's get back to the rec room and make that gift for Tsubasa. Alright, cool. Some mats. And a item. Key item, that is. A torn dress. Pretty fruitful expedition. Fashionable sick pouch. Let's make it. Crafting complete. Maybe I'll keep this one. Shall we make another? Yes! We made a fashionable sick pouch! We did it, Takumi. I'm sure Tsubasa will feel relieved when we give this to her. Just don't give her the torn, lacy garment that you got off that mannequin. Yeah, it'll eliminate her issue with fighting with us. Of course, just because we eliminate her reason for not fighting doesn't necessarily mean she'll join us. If it comes to it, you're going to have to remind Tsubasa of her reason for fighting. Yeah? What's that? Shit, I guess he forgot already. The important people we left behind at the Tokyo residential complex. The things people need to protect. I'm sure if you remind her of that, she'll get on board. The important people we left back in the Tokyo residential complex. So someone like what Karo is to me. Not only do we eliminate her reason for not fighting, we need to remind her that she has a reason to fight too. Seems pretty challenging. I guess there's no point being negative. I'll go swing by her place then. Okay. Well, thankfully we did some recon.
Takumi, why did you come back? Look, I'm sorry, but could you give up trying to get me to fight? You saw it for yourself. I puked all over the place. Having a pukey girl like me on the battlefield is only going to cause everyone trouble.
Wait, you're giving this to me? No words, I'm just gonna hand this over to you.
Wow, it's such a cute pouch. But why are you giving me this? Wait, are you trying to bribe me again?
You don't need to be so alarmed, but yes. I just wanted to talk to you for a bit. Could you tell me again why you're so adamant about not fighting? Say the right things to Tsubasa as she shares her worries and convince her to fight. These are persuasion missions. Is this like our bullet time battle? You can choose what to say by pressing left stick twice. The number of options may increase as the conversation progresses. Okay, but this one's giving me keyboard controls. You don't need to worry about a little puck, or just use that sick bag. If you choose the right responses, the persuasion rate will increase. Bring this gauge to 100% to successfully persuade her. Even if you fail, you'll be able to try again from the last failure point. So don't worry, just do your best to persuade Tsubasa. What could possibly go wrong? Alright. Begin persuasion.
I already told you why I can't fight.
It's because it comes out when I get nervous. I start puking like a fountain in a fancy park.
You don't need to worry about a little
I'm
puke.
going to puke if I ever fight.
Okay.
You don't need to worry about a little puke, Tsubasa.
Ah, God, who hasn't vomited on a battlefield once, you know?
Of course I worry! I can't help it if I get puke all over myself, but it'll still cause trouble for everyone else. The thought of getting my puke on someone else's clothes, it makes me sick to my stomach.
Well,
It's not like you want to fight all covered in puke. No, there's no way I can fight. I'm just gonna do everyone a favor and leave the school.
no. Just use that sick bag.
Just use that sick bag.
This is a sick bag? It's a fashionable sick pouch. I know it just looks like a regular accessory pouch. Just, you know, be careful when you dump it out, wherever you do.
I've never seen a sick bag that looked this cute. I wouldn't even be embarrassed to carry this around in public.
If you're gonna spew into this. That way, you won't cause trouble for anyone else. You can puke wherever you need to. God, I'm like an entrepreneur. I'm selling this up.
You don't need to be afraid anymore.
Done. 30%. So, how about it, Tsubasa? Will you fight alongside us now? Sounds like the tempo's gone up a bit. Tsubasa, come on.
I'm sorry, Takumi. I know you went through all this trouble and everything, but I really don't think I can fight.
Why not? Your puking issue should be solved now. That's all I had to do, right?
I can't just puke in front of everyone like it's nothing. I'm sure everyone will make fun of me.
Of course. What Tsubasa can't handle isn't the puking itself, but that everyone would see her do it.
I know that now's not the time to be embarrassed, and there is a part of me that wants to get out there and fight with you.
There is?
But I can't handle getting teased for my puking anymore.
I promise I won't tease you for your puking. I feel like it's kind of a low blow anyway to tease someone for that puking. Her voice is trembling. She must have suffered a lot because of her nervous stomach. I'm here if you want to talk about it. You must have been through a lot because of your ailment.
I don't mind telling you, but it's kind of a bummer.
I needed to eliminate Tsubasa's hang-ups with her vomiting and get her to join the fight. I've got to try this again.
You want to know my nickname in grade school? It was Pukette.
Pukette?
All the bullies
That's a
in
cool
my class
nickname.
made fun of me for my puking. Do you know how much of an impact puking can have on your life? I lost friends every time I puked in public. Like how someone who I thought was a friend would one day start calling me Pukette. Or
Jeez.
how the boys would loudly exclaim how the class smelled like puke. It was hard each time I lost a friend, and it made me sad. I'd cry in secret and puke some more. That's why I decided—
Well, we wouldn't make fun of you for that, okay?
We wouldn't make fun of you.
We've got
I
better
trust
things to worry
you,
about.
But I don't know about the others. A few of them could be mean. What if they gave me another cruel
They're all
nickname?
good people.
If someone ever called me Pukette, I'd probably puke and cry on the spot. No, I'm too scared. I can't do it.
I'll puke
I don't
too.
want to get ostracized for puking anymore.
Oh man, I don't know which one to choose there. They're all good people?
Anyway, just give up trying to get me to fight. I'm way more scared of getting teased than fighting invaders.
Tsubasa's terrified of being teased and ostracized by the others. If I don't eliminate that worry for her, she'll never agree to fight with us. I have to get her to understand that I'll never abandon her. Okay, I'll puke with you.
You want to know my nickname in grade school? It was Pukette.
Okay.
All the
That's a
bullies
cool
in my—
nickname.
Do you know how,
Okay,
it was
so we
hard
can't skip?
That's why I decided—
Okay, let's get back on track here.
I trust a few of them could be me. What if they gave me enough— If someone— No!
I'll puke too. Just lend me your bag. We'll have to share it.
I'll puke with you.
What? What are you talking about?
If you puked on your own, you'd stand out. So I'll puke with you. It'll be like that Family Guy skit where someone pukes and then it's like contagious and everyone starts vomiting everywhere. That way we'll both share half the attention. No way I'm letting anyone willing to fight for their loved ones get ostracized for puking.
They're gonna have to make fun of me too.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm being serious. I mean, I'll puke for you right here, right now if you want me to.
Yeah, let's have a puke off. Alright, you'll puke it and I'm just puke. Tsubasa stared at me as if she were trying to figure me out. I gave her as meaningful a look as I could in return. I won't let Tsubasa go through this alone. If she gets made fun of, then so will I. I continued to meet her gaze in silence. Come on, try me! I had a feeling that if I looked away now, she'd close herself off again. Yeah, I would probably do the same. 1 minute, then 2. I continued to meet her gaze without even blinking. Then suddenly, her expression relaxed as if I'd gotten through to her.
I see. You're stupid, aren't you?
Sure. So all this talk about being bullied and then you just go ahead and call me stupid.
Puke with me? Are you crazy? How did you get like this?
Oh, well, she's softening up, I think. Oh god, she's lost her marbles. It wasn't the reaction I was expecting, but I got her to smile at least. Okay, 60%.
I don't know how long it's been since I had a real heart-to-heart with someone. I try my best to hide my feelings from others because I'm afraid of puking.
I would have never imagined this. Tsubasa looks so cheerful and friendly, but underneath it all, she's actually very troubled. I'm sorry, Tsubasa. I'm sorry for asking you to fight when I didn't know everything you've been through. I had no idea how tough things have been for you. But as long as you're in this school, I'll never let you feel lonely. Oh, okay. Alright, way to turn me off.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying you see me as some kind of charity case?
Should I not be?
Life hasn't been that hard for me. Granted, things didn't go well at school, but I still had a place I felt I could belong.
A place where Tsubasa feels like she belongs, if memory serves. Apparently, her grandpa runs a workshop. Thank you for reminding me in case I totally forgot. She hung out there every day where she learned how to be a mechanic.
Huh?
Do you mean your grandpa's workshop?
How did you know that?
I mean, you told me when we first met. Or, also, Takamaru told me. You hung out there every day, he said.
Yeah. Tinkering with machines in my grandpa's workshop was always the highlight of my day. So you don't need to worry about me that much. People can get by well enough as long as they have one place they can belong.
Tsubasa's face lit up the moment she began talking about her grandpa's workshop. It must be the most important thing in the world to her. If it's anything like how Karawa is to me, then... Oh, he admits. Do you mind sharing what it was like spending time at your grandpa's workshop? If her grandpa's workshop is the thing that matters most to her, then maybe that could be her reason to fight.
Because of the way I am, I always try to keep my emotions in check.
Yeah, you can't allow yourself to be nervous.
All I can think about is not letting anything make me puke. But I can finally be myself when I'm tinkering with machines in my grandpa's workshop. Machines are really fascinating and let me forget about the world. I'd get covered in oil every day, helping my grandpa with his work. Of course, I failed a lot too, but Grandpa would always cheer me up with his belly laughs. Fail as much as you want, Tsubasa. Star players make mistakes, but they make the big plays too. No matter how much I messed up, he'd never kick me out. Even when his granddaughter was a good-for-nothing puker, he'd always look after me.
Your grandpa's really nice. I'm trying to listen to all the dialogue, but I'm aware that if I
really nice.
am too slow on the take here, I have to retry the whole thing, so... Maybe it's worth it, just to hear the whole dialogue option. I mean, I think it's cool to hear what they have to say completely.
Yeah, my grandpa's the nicest grandpa in the world. He's a royal grease monkey who always protects his granddaughter. His workshop is his castle. My dream is to one day take over his workshop. I want to protect the place that's protected me all of my life.
That might be the one.
I just want to work on machines in my grandpa's workshop forever.
Okay, there was a break there. I had to think that it was about to end.
You know, his workshop might get destroyed.
What? Why?
Remember what Sirei said? If we don't fight, we can't protect what matters most to us. Your friends, families, everything you hold dear from your lives in the Tokyo residential complex. If we lose this war, all of that will be forfeit.
But wasn't he just lying?
As shady as Sirei may have been, even though he's completely white, I don't think everything he told us was a lie. The Tokyo residential complex was attacked by tons of invaders before we were brought here. Our loved ones being in imminent danger might well be true.
So my grandpa's workshop is in danger too?
It's entirely possible.
No way.
We're so close! One more final blow. Tsubasa was at a loss for words. The possibility that her loved ones could be attacked by the invaders terrified her. I took a step closer to her and stared right into her eyes.
If you want to protect your grandpa's workshop, then there's only one thing for you to do.
Damn. My change in tone.
Find the courage to fight the invaders.
But can a coward like me do that?
Anyone can do it.
Don't worry. You don't have to do it alone.
Remember, I'll be puking alongside you.
We'll protect what's important to you together. So just protect us in return. Come with us.
And protect what matters most to us. Together.
And protect what matters most to us together.
Alright, we did it! No more hiding. At least you're staying for the next 100 days, right? Persuasion complete.
Fighting to protect humanity? To protect my grandpa and his workshop? Can someone like me really do that?
Of course you can. And you don't have to do it alone. We can make it through this together.
I'm not making any promises, and I'm going to need a little more time, but I won't run from the truth or write myself off anymore. I'll think about what it is I really want, and what I need to do to make it happen. Is that okay?
Sure. That sounds great.
Okay, and thanks, Takumi.
You're welcome. Alright. Well, she was the easy one. What the hell are we gonna do with the rest? On day 13. Phew. I did what I could with Tsubasa. I'll try to work on the others now. There are 4 people left to convince. Ima, Kako, Shoma, and Gaku. Of the 4, Gaku seems the most likely to hear me out. He doesn't seem like a bad guy. Maybe a little outlandish and noisy. But I'm sure I can get him on board. I have to. Okay. I'll talk to Gaku next. There's no time to waste. I grabbed the sandwich offering and headed over to Gaku's room. Hopefully he hasn't starved to death. Holy shit. Yeah. Oh god, I'm gonna puke early.